Here is a quick and easy way to use Google to find out if a certain web page, including things like image files or PDFs, have been indexed by Google or recognized and added to Google's search engine. So I have a URL right here of a blog post. So if I had recently put this blog post live and I was wondering if Google had had a chance to crawl and index it yet, I would take the URL, copy the entire URL in the address bar, and then I'm going to go to Google, and in Google I'm going to type site:. That tells Google, look for this specific URL at this site. Hit enter, and Google pulls it up in their search results, showing, hey, yes, I have found the specific URL you just put in. And then it also tells us the date that it indexed it, which is great because that means the date that it went live is the same date it got indexed, which is fantastic. This is also a great way to check on things like your page title and your meta description. So I can see from here that I need to fix my page title because it's too long. So this can also be done for things like PDF files. You know, if you launch a white paper and you'd like to know if your white paper was accidentally indexed by Google or you want the PDF to be indexed by Google, you can put in site:, and then put the URL that the PDF lives at. So let's check an example for that. So I have just uploaded a copy of a presentation to my website, and it is a PDF file. You can see that in the URL right here. But it's living live on my website on the server at lawtondigital.com. So I'm going to take the entire URL and I'm going to go back to Google and I'm going to go to the site:. After the site:, I'm going to paste in the URL. And you can see Google says, nope, I've never heard of this URL. That means it has not yet indexed the PDF. Now that's not unusual since I only uploaded the PDF about 30 seconds ago and have not done anything that would have set it to index. So this is a great way to show that it's not yet indexed. Something else to keep in mind is that sometimes, depending on your website setup, Google will recognize your URL only with a certain structure. So for example, maybe it recognizes if I put the SSL in to make it HTTPS. So you always want to check that as well. Maybe it will also recognize it if I put in a www. Still not there. So always check those just in case. And that's it. Hope this helps you figure out if certain pages, posts, images, or files are indexed and available on the web.